Hey, Angela, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you doing?
We are doing well. How can we help?
First, I want to say, do you guys remember the icky list that you guys had done about people consolidating the deodorant stubs into one?
Yeah, that was us yesterday.
Yeah, that's totally me. I listen to you guys at work.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
You don't put the hair in the pillow, though, right? Like you don't.
No, God, no.
We're talking about weird Google hacks.
Who?
Me and George.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
How long did it take you? How long did it take you to melt down all your deodorant butts into one stick?
it really only takes like 2 minutes because
What?
they're down the nubs, and it's like 15 seconds in the microwave, and you just pour them into an empty tube, and it's so easy.
Does it work just
But
as effectively?
I don't know what y'all are. This is insane.
It is for me because I have been so ghetto poor for the last 3 years that $4 or $6 on a new tube of deodorant is gas money for one day to work. And
That
so
is true.
it's a high value for me.
Look at you. And you know what? Good for you.
And if it only takes 2 minutes, like that's,
Why not?
That's awesome. I imagined it would take longer, kind of like digging out all the deodorant.
No, it's like if you've ever microwaved icing in a microwave, it takes just that long, like 15 seconds. It even has that same consistency to it.
Okay.
It's a good April Fool's joke right there.
You convinced
no
me.
doubt.
All right. Well, how can we
That
help
is
you
some
today?
interesting insight. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Angela. So what's going on in your life? How can we help?
Okay, so what I've got going on is like a family struggle when it comes to money. So I've taken like a 15-year sabbatical away from my family because they have a tendency to borrow money and not pay it back. And my brother, on the other hand, he's doing really good in life. Like he's worth over $2 million. And so when my parents need something, he will call me and say, you need to pay half of this. And I just simply don't have the funds. I'm melting deodorant to get by. And so for me to come up with like $500 to help fix something like a plumbing or a septic system, I just don't have that. And there's like quite a bit of bullying tactics that are used on me when I tell them I'll do what I can, because I used to just help and suffer the consequence to my financial budget.
Mm.
And I've been making such big strides with these guys. And I'm just to the point where I'm burnt out and I'm just hurt by their inconsiderateness towards me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said, I don't know if I heard this correctly, but did you say you took a 15-year sabbatical from the family?
I did.
So there's some stuff there, right?
Yeah, right. I definitely grew up with a good bit of verbal abuse and physical abuse, and my brother was the favorite child, and he definitely was not treated the same. And I was born with autoimmune disorders and muscular atrophy.
Yeah.
And so I was always kind of seen as the burden.
Mm.
Yeah. So you took this 15 years and then you all came back together and your brother's expecting you to pay for your parents' needs. Is that correct? Like on their house?
Right.
Do your parents, do they not have money? Do they not have income?
They didn't manage their money properly.
Angela, I want to just release you that
while they were working.
Okay. This is not your responsibility. We can honor our parents, but this is not your responsibility. And the fact that your brother is using bullying tactics against you, and then all the things that you were just listing out of your childhood growing up, and then having some boundaries around them in the recent years, I think there needs to be another really hard conversation, but you need to protect yourself. I mean, there's a level here that is not only that it's not fair for you, it's just wrong. It's wrong the way that they're treating you. And again, even if you had the money, right? Even if you had it, it's still your money that you get to decide. And if you felt like, yeah, this is something I want to be generous with mom and dad, then I get to decide that as Angela. I'm not going to be forced into a situation of what I don't need to do. So I don't know if it's a conversation that you need to have with your brother and draw a really hard boundary and just say, I'm not giving any more money. Whether I have it or not, I'm deciding right now that I don't like the way that this has been going down. And so I'm sorry, but I'm drawing that. And he may get all angry and pissed and who knows what he'll say, right? I'm like, I don't know the situation. But I think Dr. John Deloney would say there that you need to protect yourself, and a boundary allows you to do that. And
yeah, there's a space between the 15-year gap where it's like you don't talk at all, it's cold turkey, and the bullying and bad feelings that you felt growing up. And, they don't get to drag you into that as an adult. You're an adult now. And I know it's hard when you have childhood trauma to put up boundaries. Like, that's hard because you're triggered whenever, they say those things. It's like you're all of a sudden you're 12 years old again and you're feeling those emotions. Right. But like Rachel said,
you are 100% right.
Yeah, you are released from that. And even though it may feel mean, even though when you put the boundary up, they are probably not going to like it. They may even say some mean things, but that's okay.
And that's why you put up the boundaries, because of that kind of people. Yeah.
Yeah. They are. They want to have every conversation via text because they're the kind of people that screenshot things and post them on Facebook and crop it to suit their liking.
Oh, yeah. No, that's toxic. Yeah, no.
As light as they can.
Yeah, I'm out.
There's even a chance that this boundary needs to be, again, where there's not a lot of contact very often. Like, that is, that's toxic. And I'm sorry you're going through that. We're going to gift you a copy of Own Your Past, Change Your Future by Dr. John Deloney, because I think there's going to be a lot of healing for you in this next few years. I think it's going to take some time for you to process a lot of that trauma and to kind of work through it, because man, family stuff can be so hard. And especially when they're still behaving that way. It'd be different if they had gone through their own healing journey and we're in counseling and we're trying to work and repair things. But it does not sound like they are willing to change, want to change. And if anything, they're trying to drag you right back in.
Yes. So I hope, Angela, that you hear us just say you are released from responsibility, I think financially and even relationally to a point. That there needs to be relational boundaries and financial boundaries, really strong ones drawn. So again, Jenna's going to pick up and read Dr. John Deloney's book, because it is really helpful to acknowledge what has happened. I mean, it is all about owning your past, and we all have stories of this, right? The level of trauma, the stories look different, but man, there's a lot there to unpack for you, Angela. And so even get with a good therapist and counselor if you haven't yet, because everyone, I would recommend that to everybody, sitting down and unpacking your story, because it is so helpful to engage who you are today and then help give you the confidence to make decisions for what's best for you, Angela, in your life and in your money. So I hope you do that. So again, Jenna will pick up and you can get a copy of that. But
well, that's a huge part of changing your future too, is it's not like the past just stays in a perfect box. Like, you're still dealing with these people in real time. So it's not like you can just, cut it off and that's it. Like, it's like you have to figure out new systems, new boundaries, new ways to move forward that's going to protect you and help you have a full life. Because it's like when you're constantly feeling that negativity, when those people are constantly trying to drag you back into your past, it's like that can really hurt you moving forward. So, feel the freedom to set those boundaries and own your future.
That's right. Absolutely. Thanks, Angela, for the call.